I've been meaning to talk about a new framework I have developed over the course of the last few months. Having given it considerable thought because of the observations around the way global policy is shaped, the elements that are impacting how we think, see, understand, and feel about AI as a general purpose technology, as well as what national AI strategies look like across the world. It seemed to me that there were 4 areas that were talked about that have a link to one another, but were not spoken about in the context of impact on one another. So I came up with a framework called the Quadrant of AI Fundamentals. I want to show it to you. I presented it publicly for the first time at the Applied Machine Learning Days Africa 2026 conference about 2 weeks ago at the Wits University. And this thinking is also in line with the kind of thinking I've been doing over the last couple of months around what does it mean for a person like me, who is an AI ethics, policy, governance, and literacy practitioner, to remain relevant in this field, but also to add value to the body of knowledge and to the field in work in progress on the ground with organizations, boards, professionals, companies, and just the general public or the general digital citizenry. So for me, the Quadrant of AI Fundamentals was a culmination of observing 4 particular areas. The first, and the quadrant comprises 4 areas: literacy, policy, governance, and ethics. Now, AI literacy has been becoming for a few months a noted area of conversation, meaning there are a lot of delivery programs across the world being developed by organizations like UNESCO. I know that the president at the Center for AI and Digital Policy, Merve Hickok, together with other colleagues there, developed in partnership with UNESCO for public officials an AI literacy program, so a training program. That's one example of it. And this came in the last few months. So the concept of AI literacy has been in conversation, but has gained prominence in the last few months as people are advancing and using the tools, and it has become a standard normalization of speaking about them, understanding how you're going to use them, people talking about their experiences with them. So that's one. The second is governance. Now, in many predictions for 2026, in all the conversations that has happened across the World Economic Forum, across the G20 summit that happened in South Africa last year, this concept of governance has been a cornerstone, but not in a way that helps to solidify how that might work with policy. Now we come to policy, and that's the other part of the quadrant. So what is policy? Policy has been this working, fluid set of guidelines that has been applied or generated in many organizations across the world. We have frameworks all over the globe that give some sense of what it looks like to have policy that dictates how this technology is created, how it is used, how does it impact the end user, where does the data sit, what is the infrastructure required, is there sovereignty around it, etc. And there are many questions that we ask. Then we had literacy, governance, policy, and the last component of the quadrant is ethics. Now, while AI ethics started out as the main conversation point, and that's what we have been talking about, everything to do with the right to privacy, the right to dignity, universal human rights, what does it mean for people to have equality in this industrial age of AI? Ethics is still a fairly misunderstood concept. How does it